Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. We are talking about 2K22 today, and we're talking about the confirmed superstars on the game. Before we go into that though, if you are a new watcher to TheMan Games and you do enjoy today's video, please think about subscribing to the channel. Also, if you do enjoy today's video, remember to click that like button as well and let us know if there's anyone that we've not mentioned today who would you like to see on 2K22. So one of the first names that's been announced is Bayley. Obviously, since 2K20, her look has changed a lot, so it's going to be really cool to be playing with her on 2K22. You know, the new look and everything. I mean, it's not new anymore, but obviously because the game 2K20 is like 3 years old probably now. So yeah, it's going to be really cool looking at a new Bayley in the game. Next up, we've got Bobby Lashley, so it should be no surprise really. He was WWE champion for a long time, so yeah, and like obviously since 2K20 he's got another new look as well. You know, on the 2K20 he's got the red headband and the red elbow pads and things like that. It's not a great look, so it'll be a lot better to have a better Bobby Lashley on the game to play with. Booker T is another name that has been announced for the game, which is a bit surprising really, as he's not really someone that has a lot of time on WWE. I mean, he might do the pre-shows and things like that. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what actual attire they choose for the Booker T, if it's going to be more of a WCW based one or later along the lines Booker T, because obviously they have released a lot of wrestlers this past year, so they're not going to have the roster of people to use for the game as they have done for a long time really. So it'd be really good if they could maybe bring back like past attires, so do his WCW one, do his WWE one, maybe do like the King Booker one, or I mean if you want to go crazy, do like a G.I. Bro one from his days in WCW. You know, there is like lots of options you could do with Booker T, so hopefully they do it you know, a bit different, a bit better. Next up though, we've got Carmella being announced. Same again, she's got a better entrance now, a better look since, you know, 2K20 came out. I think like her entrance on the game could be like really good, so that is another great one to have on the game. Next up we got Cesaro, so it was him and Rey Mysterio. It was the first two announced for 2K22 really. You know, when they brought the first teasy look at the trailer, it was Rey Mysterio and Cesaro, so spoiler alert, Rey Mysterio is going to be on this list as well. And now the next one up is Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, Dolph Ziggler, he's not really changed a great deal. He obviously is with Bobby Roode now with the Dirty Dogs and things like that. So yeah, as much as I used to really enjoy Dolph Ziggler, he's not really evolved enough for me to stay interested in him really. So out of probably all the names on this list, he's probably one of the most least excited I am to have him on the game, which is such a shame because maybe like 8 or so years ago he was like one of my guys, and now I'm not really bothered about him at all. Next up announced is Drew McIntyre. Obviously he's one of the biggest stars in WWE now. Obviously is he a 2-time champion, 3-time champion? I think only 2. So yeah, you know, you're gonna think he's gonna be a big part of the game. Next up, Edge. So obviously Edge returned on the 2K20 version. It's obviously a lot older Edge. You know, now he looks a lot different. He's got more tattoos and things. So the Edge on the 2K20 is based more on his 2006 attire, I do believe. So, or maybe it's 2004. It's either 2004 2006 time. So yeah, the Edge for this 2K22 game, obviously if you've not seen the trailer, looks really cool. He's probably one of the most exciting names on the game so far, so it's going to be really great to be able to play with him on the game. Next up we've got Finn Balor. So you're going to it doesn't say Demon Balor, but you're going to think they're going to throw Demon Finn Balor in there as well, especially, you know, he's coming back this weekend for a match against Roman Reigns, head of the table. So yeah, you're going to think they're going to put the Demon Balor in the game as well. Next up we've got Goldberg, another name that's, you know, a big name. So you're going to think his look is going to be more of like the more recent time, because going back to 2K20 again, on 2K20 he is like his WCW attire. So I mean, you can keep that and do it like that as well, but bring the WWE version as well with a different entrance and things like that. I think that'd be really cool. Next up, we got the Big Red Machine Kane. Now I'm surprised that he's someone else that's been announced already, just because like he's not really around that much. I know he was on SmackDown last week or the week before. Yeah, it's a bit surprising that his name has been brought up already on the game. You'd think he'd be more of an afterthought really, just because he's not as relevant as he once was. Kirby Kingston is the next name we've got on the list, and obviously, you know, he's got the blonde hair now since 2K20. You know, he's been champion, and you know, he's been loads of tag team champions. So yeah, he's changed his look. You know, a lot of times, obviously, the New Day they changed their look quite a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see what attires they choose for this Kirby Kingston. Next up, we've got Randy Orton. No surprise there that he's one of the first names to be released. He's been WWE's top star for like 14 years now. So yeah, no surprise there. Rey Mysterio, like we've already spoke about. Obviously, like I said before, he was in the first game trailer. So yeah, I'm thinking, would you? No offense to Cesaro or Rey, but if I was gonna be doing this trailer, I think I would have probably chosen maybe Edge and Roman Reigns to be my trailer personally, or maybe if you look at it from the female point of view, maybe do Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss maybe. Just my thoughts. Next up, we've got Rhea Ripley. So obviously she has changed her look as well. Obviously she does have the punkish kind of look in 2K20, but obviously she's evolved that a lot more since then. Her look has changed several times. So you know, you could pick a few attires there to have for the character. I thought her attire at WrestleMania 36 was really good, so it'd be nice to see if they could use that on the game as well. Now this name really did surprise me, Ric Flair. Obviously he's been released from WWE recently, and obviously there's been a lot of stuff come out over the dark side of the ring and stuff like that, so I won't be surprised, but at the same time I will be surprised as well if he still is in the game when the game does actually get released, just for like, you know, political reasons and stuff like that. Next up though, we've got Ricochet. Same again, he's changed his attire. He's been wearing more like the shorts than the trousers and stuff like that, but other than that really not a lot of noteworthy stuff to say about Ricochet. Next up, the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Obviously he's doing the best work of his career now, so he's going to be like the biggest star on the game probably, in my opinion. Yeah, all that to do was get rid of that bulletproof vest thing, and he looks like an absolute star. One of my problems with Roman Reigns for so long was just they kept the look the same for so long, the entrance music for so long. As soon as they changed that, I think it really gave him an extra push, and that is how he's been able to come, you know, as big as he has. Next up, we have Sheamus. Same again on 2K20. He's got the mohawk attire and he's with the bar and things like that. Obviously, he's changed more back to his Celtic Warrior appearance and stuff like that. So yeah, it'd be good to have a more up-to-date Sheamus on the game. Sheldon Benjamin is a bit of a random one to being announced, I do think. As much as I was a big Sheldon Benjamin fan back in the day, especially when he was doing his golden standard gimmick. Yeah, but like I say, he's not been really doing anything relevant really, so I can't even tell you what his attire is at the moment. Next up, we've got Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion. Obviously he's got like the King Nakamura gimmick now, that Rick Boogs. Rick Boog has not been announced though yet, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I do really like Shinsuke Nakamura, but just got a bit bored with him unfortunately, so yeah, he's on the game. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it really. And lastly, we've got The Miz being announced. So obviously he's been WWE champion obviously since the last 2K game came out. Well, attire wise, not really changed that much. But you know, he same like Randy Orton, he's been there for so long, he's a big part of the company, so obviously he's going to be on the game. And that is it from the list that I have been looking at. This was on the SmackDown Hotel website that, you know, they bring out like a lot of good gaming news and stuff like that for wrestling games. So that's where I got this information from. So I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did so, like I said before, please remember to click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, make sure that the notifications turned on if you have subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for watching the Man Games today. Click on the links at the end of the video and you can be taken to another one of our videos as well. Thank you very much for watching the Man Games today, and I'll see you on the next video.